Welcome to the Immaterial Gamers Podcast. This week, starring Ryan and Dee. Immaterial Gamers Podcast. Hello.
Yo.
How's the world? What's that? Still in shit? Yeah, don't tell me about it. No, seriously, don't tell me about it. I didn't fucking stutter.
Like don't think about it. Stress creates the reaction. I was thinking of a thingy from Portal 2.
Hmm.
One of the pre-recorded messages.
Yeah, the fucking thing. It's just stupid.
I know, mate. More pre-recorded messages.
Yep, pre-recorded messages seem to be the way to go. At least you can then leave them, and then everyone else has got to deal with the shit afterwards. Yeah, this seems to be the Immaterial Gamers Podcast After Dark edition because we're recording this on 11:30 in the evening on a Sunday. So as you hear this, I'll probably be back at work. If Ryan is not back at work by this, ignore what he just said.
Well,
Okay.
my little idiosyncrasies have changed, but other than that, not much.
Yeah, well, then, technically, I know we don't want to be starting off a podcast and a warm up with this, but okay, I'm going to say it now because I know there's probably people going out there. It's like, oh, why is he moaning? It means he's able to get back to normality, and he doesn't want to be one of those scrounging furlough pay. No. I've always been on the idea of as long as everything is safe, so be it. If the furlough, which my workplace has done, and so and grateful that was sort of done and kept the safety of everyone in mind, that's fine. But just turning around and saying, yeah, we're going to keep the lockdown as it is. However, go to work.
That's kind of contradictory.
Yeah, go to work. Don't use public transport if you can. Remember, you can cycle to work. You can walk to work.
Depending on how far you are from work, like your Trafford, is it? So it's
Yeah,
like
miles.
miles.
Yeah,
minimum?
7 miles as the crow flies.
That's without all the side. Yeah.
So yeah, no. However, if I do want to get back to work. This is where the money is. This, Immaterial Gamers is currently not at a point where it is making money, so it's not it's not our form of income yet.
That's your big hope for the future.
Yeah, something that we can all, be able to create for ourselves. However, that's very dark, and I don't like that. So we're going to introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Ryan.
And I'm
Yep.
D.
Yep, and we'll try and be a little bit more happy.
That's going to be a stretch, but okay.
We'll try. I mean, we got our usual. We'll have our usual what's been played business. There'll be, I don't know what Dee'll be talking about, but I will be talking about something new.
Anything new, unless you count another. I thought that would be played
More
Minecraft.
Star Wars stories. Oh, Minecraft. You could talk Minecraft stories. We've not talked about Minecraft for a while, so we could go there. I'll see if we can find some news while there is some talk going on. But
Okay.
first thing we want to go to is make it a recurring feature. Odd gaming trivia time. Odd gaming trivia.
Okay.
So, as this will have come out on the Tuesday, we'll have already had 3 videos. Oh no, we would have had a video in between. We would have had the 5th episode of Persona 5 Royal that Duncan and Andrea are doing. Still having fun editing that and putting in little bits of trivia. I mean, they'll probably see it because I don't remember them talking about it through there. But there was a scene where they were going through Shibuya, which is where Persona 5 is set. But through to licenses, they can't talk about or they can't show the proper names of buildings in there. And I don't know how many games you've probably played, D, where you see the famous Shibuya Scramble. It's the sort of the weird crossy road. You've all seen it in the animes and stuff like that, surely.
Yeah.
That famous like Spaghetti Junction style crossroad.
Yeah.
With the tall building.
Yeah.
Now, they called it in Persona 5. It's jokingly called the 10-5 building because they haven't got the rights to the actual name of the building, which is the 10-9 building, which is a sort of a department store. And they've actually mentioned this because they mentioned it in the episode, or sort of repeat it on here. they were talking about there's a lot of there's fan fiction crossover. I think Andrea mentioned there's fan fiction crossover between Persona 5 and The World Ends With You,
Okay.
or as they call it, Tweeby.
Yeah.
Tweeby? Yeah, The World Ends With You. Yeah, Tweeby.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they mentioned how it's like in that I think that's called the 10-4 building. It just seems to be the famous thing that if you're going to show Shibuya and you show the building, and I think it actually even in what's it called? Fire Emblem, not Fire Emblem, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Which, just in case you needed any more trivia there, Tokyo Mirage Sessions was the crossover game between Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it's like in a lot of anime and stuff. You'll notice certain areas that they'll just like, oh look. It's like if you're in you're in New York. If you got stuff from New York, you tend to be in New York Park or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah, so what, Central Park or Times Square. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you end
generally
up
in a
in one
lot
of
of
those.
yeah, no, sorry, go on.
Yeah, there's loads of in in a lot of the Japanese stuff. It's that big building or something else, like a shrine or something.
Yeah,
Like enter shrine name here.
yeah. Oh yes, the Hushiko Shrine, I think it was, which they call it the Bochiko Shrine.
Well, there's hundreds of shrines, but
It's the one named after a famous dog or something like that. I think it was just like, wow, I can't believe it. It's like all these things, and they can't call it this, probably due to some sort of restriction somewhere.
but yeah,
And but yeah,
it
it's like the
depends if they're
10-9
in
building is
Nagasaki
fucking
or
famous.
well, it also depends on if they're meant to be in Okinawa or Nagasaki or whatever the state, Kyoto or whatever, or the
Yeah,
Kaijin region or whatever.
yeah. No, I know what you mean. And the thing that I've got on this is it's a bit weird because Shibuya is a real place. So you've got all these
Mm-hmm.
sort of real buildings and shit like that, and you've mapped the place not to be one-to-one scale, but at least to
You'll have a general idea of
yeah, it's like the roads go to where they need to go. I mean, if you're going to sit there and make fake buildings of everything, you pull the Yakuza route.
you like your Yakuza game, don't you?
Yeah, because the town in that, which now the name eludes me. Oh god, this is bad because this was like one of my favorite games. Oh shit.
Well,
Kamurocho. There we go.
yeah. It's
Which
like
is
San Andreas is across of like 4 states.
yeah, in a sense, yeah. The old San Andreas was like that, but they were never actually real states. Like
No.
Vice City was a fake Miami. Liberty
Mm.
City is a fake New York, or in particular Manhattan and
Yeah.
Queens. But
Yeah.
that's just
GTA 5 somewhere between the. It's got like
well,
the
no.
Nevada.
GTA 5 is just is the map of Los Santos has been made bigger, but in terms of San Andreas, well, in a sense, actually, it cuts out one of the areas. It's got Los Santos and Blaine County, which were two of the maps that were in
GTA 3.
in GTA San Andreas. Yeah, they just missed out the other bit. I've forgotten the name.
But yeah,
Forgotten the name of the other bit, but
well, it's like where it's like Terry's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm at Grove Street. When you know where Grove Street is, I'm like, yep.
yeah.
I played enough fucking San
Yeah,
Andreas.
anyone who's played fucking San Andreas and sat there having to fucking slave through all the turf wars. So so that's one bit of odd gaming trivia. The other is the one that I actually meant to say. That was supposed to be a sort of a lead on to talking about Duncan and Andrea. No. It pads out the podcast. Because I'm actually seeing that there isn't really that much news at the moment, other than the fact that actually, you know what? Brief aside to the news. I'm not going to do the news cutting. Ubisoft brought out a gameplay trailer for the new Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Valhalla.
It contains no gameplay in it whatsoever.
Okay.
Not a gameplay trailer. I agree with the opinions of most gaming pundits out there, even though I'm not paid as one. It's not a gameplay trailer. If you think it is, and you even try and justify it is, you're wrong. Anyway.
But you need to go to Valhalla.
Yeah, Valhalla can go fuck itself. It can wait.
But no, what was it? Yeah.
So yeah, the other piece of gaming trivia. There we go. That's add
Okay.
Duncan and Andrea. So on Saturday, we did another Trivia Murder Party episode. Who was in it? So there was you, there was me, Andrea,
Terry.
Duncan, and Terry, who's joined his first play session.
Uh-huh.
And from what I heard afterwards, he was unaware of its raucous nature. It ended up that and the other thing that we've recorded, which will be coming out next week,
Oh,
were raucous in nature. They were high energy, shall we say. And you know the Immaterial Gamers track record of, or the sort of the running, I don't want to call it running joke, but it's not meant to be a joke. It
theme?
just kind of had the running theme that we shout out one of the staff members at Jackbox.
Oh, yous do anyway. I don't have any clue who any of them are.
Ah, well, I mean, there's two. I mean, because this
Did you
actually
say
comes back to the
is
trivia
this
that
the
you
Andy
were at.
one?
Yes, Andy Poland. We've this has now ended up and escalated now. Maybe my fault based on what I put on Twitter, on the Immaterial Gamers Twitter, because I did this following quote. I'll probably put it up for those who are oddly watching the YouTube video. There'll be an image now of the tweet
Okay.
that says, "Play session is back on Trivia Murder Party 2 on Jackbox Party Pack 6. We are concerned that we have an at Krabbydad, which is the Twitter handle for Andy Poland, obsession. We need to rein it in, but until then, this preview, it should have really said this preview video, but this preview will be known as Exhibit IG for the cause." What seems to be going is it's scary now where this storyline has led. It's almost like we're stalking Andy Poland. It's not the case. He makes good music for the Jackbox Party Pack and good music overall. And he just happens to be the VP for audio and editorial at Jackbox. That's on his Twitter bio. I didn't scout it out; it was just there. But for Andrea and Duncan's sake, you made a comment. It didn't really get answered. We shouted, "Oh, Andy Poland," and you went, "Is that Schmitty?" No, it's not.
Okay.
just to answer that, because it was a bit unanswered from the Thursday when we recorded it.
Yeah.
What it actually turned out to be is that Smitty is voiced by someone else, but the tweet. This is a weird one. It now has 3 likes.
4 or
So
something.
I do have to pause the auto playing video that TweetDeck shows, but
Wasn't there
yes,
4 likes and then back then to 3 or something?
no, it started off with no likes, then it ended up with 1 like, then it disappeared, and then it came back with another Jackbox Party Pack staff member or another Jackbox member. So we got Spencer Ham, who is the voice of the Trivia Killer, gave it a like. I was like, "All right, cool, because we always make a joke. I always make a joke on the descriptions that Spencer Ham's out to get us."
Well, Spencer's to get out.
Wake up!
Spencer's always after someone.
Well, yeah, if he's not chilling if he's not killing.
What's up? Wait.
Jesus Christ! If Spencer Ham ended up in a Budweiser advert, my head would explode.
I was thinking of more of the scary movie, but
Yeah, but the other one was Andy Poland. Krabby Dad did end up. I think it liked, then it unliked, and then it was noticed that it was unliked, so it was liked again. Or Twitter was just being stupid, one or the other. And then we so actually it's 3 Jackbox Party Pack members.
okay.
We got one from Dave Innes, a game player and designer at Jackbox. Yeah, so we got 3 Jackbox members who now like the tweet,
Okay.
which now I'm finding even more hilarious. I do like it.
We do play enough Jackbox because Jackbox is awesome.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. He's the art director at Jackbox. So we've got the art director, the audio VP, and I just now also need to check now. Yeah, the director and editor of Trivia, or director and editor and Trivia Murder Party host at Jackbox.
Smitty.
No, not Smee. Spencer Ham's not Smee. I'll give you that bit of trivia as well. But there is another major character in Jackbox. Duncan and Andrea do like him, and that is Old Man.
Oh, old man.
Yeah, Old Man is voiced by Andy Poland. Just so you know there. And I also had the illusion shattered while I was just going around searching through these videos. I wasn't looking for personal information or anything. Just keep digging that hole, Ryan. Just keep digging the hole.
Just keep digging. Just keep digging. Wait.
Yeah. I now know the face of Cookie Masterson. It was a massive thing at the time with You Don't Know Jack when it first came out. The whole point, so you had the voices of the characters of Schmitty, of Cookie,
Old man and
sort of old man, but there was like other like hosts or guest hosts that would come up, but you would never see their faces. And Tom Gottlieb or Gottlieb, I've got the name. I hope I've pronounced the name right. If not, I apologise. He's the voice of Cookie, but he made it a whole clear thing that he never showed his face. Or the joke was he would never show his face or anything. And if if there was a picture with him in it, there'd be the sort of what was the name of the character out of Home Improvement? Wilson. There'd always be something in the way of his face.
That trope.
Yeah, and then I found a video from 2014. It was a Jackbox live stream, and he was the guest on one of it while they were talking about the creation of the party pack, and there he is in his studio with the microphone, and yeah, I don't know if I'd say I'm sort of disappointed, but I apologise to Tom now. Look at me on first name basis. I don't even know the guy. Never met him until like a couple of days ago. I'd never even seen his face. I'd seen parts of body with like Jackbox, Xbox covers in front of his face, but But yeah, so that's a whole load of odd gaming trivia, otherwise known as rambling, that disguises itself as a warm up.
Yeah.
I hope you've been educated, or at least entertained.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, D. Just insert like slow clap here. Yes, the circuits still work.
How do you think I feel? I'm a potato.
I think I'm on a hype because this is a late night edition. I may have sort of like been fed and maybe had a nice filling dessert of some chocolate fudge brownie ice cream, and as we discussed prior to the podcast, you, me, Martin, and Steph, and our friend Paul, it's got a lot of sugar. So Ryan is in a hyper talk mood.
I'm in
So
a.
we're in a
But yeah, are we doing? What's been played soon?
Yeah, we'll do what's been played. It'll give me the chance to shut up. What's been played?
Well, it depends if you're going first or second.
Well, we'll go to what's been played now. And do you want to go first, or do you want me to go?
I don't know. Do you want to flip a coin?
Yeah, you know what? We can flip a coin. This
Are you
is
flipping it
proper
or am I
podcast.
flipping it?
Actually, can you flip one? Because I don't have a coin here. Preparedness. This is what you get when it's like virtually improv. We
got
just
2p.
know the names. 2 pence piece is a good coin.
Yep. And I've got heads or tails.
Okay.
Which one do you want?
So I'll go heads. The coin is
Heads
gone.
it is.
Heads it is, right. Well, in that case, I'm going first. So, D, you will have probably seen a couple of days ago, I was playing another roguelike game because I can't stay away from the fuckers.
You like your roguelikes.
Oh, yes. Going
You also
rogue
like your
wouldn't
magic.
happen.
You also like your music key ones as well. Like
Yeah.
colour matchy ones.
Yeah, big ones. Rhythms, RPGs, and roguelikes now. It seems to be a thing. It's not something that I would have ever thought. The concept of it's a sort of an anxious thing. Sort of the concept of permadeath fucking frightened me. And that's why sort of roguelike games are still a little bit troublesome for me. Roguelike, or roguelite even, I mean, they're almost interchangeable now. It's a shame because they used to definitely mean two separate things. We'll go light in this case because while it has permadeath, it's got permanent progression attached onto it. The game in question is a game called Void Bastards. How I'm going to have that on the screen, or how we're going to mention that without being demonetized is magical.
Do you believe in magic? Oh.
Yeah. Which I find it's funny. We're recording this on the 10th of May. This game came out last year.
Okay, so it's been out on the market for a while.
Yeah, the game. Yeah, so it's been on the market. It came out on Thursday or Friday to the Switch and the PlayStation 4.
Okay.
But it's been out since May 28th, 2019 for Windows and Xbox One. It's been developed by an Australian studio called Blue Manchu. I don't know if they made other games. Oh yes, you will know them.
Okay.
Because we used to play this game. Card Hunter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know those.
Yeah.
That's the like the little. It looks like a D&D board or something.
Yeah.
With like the cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, it's a card-based dungeon crawler. So it's like a mix of a tabletop and a card game. Oh, it's no,
like the art style was pretty fun.
Yeah, so it's like if you haven't seen this, what Dee's alluding to, sort of like Dee said, it's D&D sort of based in it, with sort of maps basically set on a table, and you can see cans of Coke and like crisps and stuff around the side, and a DM screen, and then the characters are little like the
cardboard
little 2D cardboard cutouts,
and they move around the screen.
Yeah, but the idea behind it is that the mix on this is it was also a in essence a card game, and so you had cards for armors to move to do all that, and you'd work as either on your own with 3 characters or up to 2 other people to fill those slots, and you just go through maps, and the whole story is to go through like you've interrupted your brother's
D&D game
session, card hunter session. So he's your dungeon master, and through the game you're preparing to take part in this sort of ultimate dungeon that's hosted at a local game store. I've forgotten what the name of the tournament is called. It's it's just like the Card Hunter tournament or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But no, you should give it a try. Free to play, of course. It does have microtransactions, but they're not necessary. They're not
you do
necessary.
Unlock stuff. You unlock quite a lot quite quickly, if you prefer.
Yeah, you unlock. Yeah, it's. I guess it goes under the form of time saver.
Because you kind of you can just run it. You can grind. Well, it's like most microtransaction games. You can at least grind it out if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Instead of pay to win.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no, it's fine.
The pay to win mechanism is just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but it's not pay to win because of the way that it also does stuff. Is it does what a lot of sort of online multiplayer games do now in the forms of level scaling. So missions in the game are repeatable, but they have a sort of a suggested level, and you can play under the level and it'll be difficult. You can play at the level and it's fine, and then you can play above the level, but you'll be sort of scaled down a little bit to make sure that the difficulty is still there.
Yeah, it's still can. Yeah, the little school thing can kick your ass.
The difficulty is still there. And that's the point. It's supposed to be sort of still to keep you on your toes, and it's challenging. It does require communication from each of you, and sometimes there's a bit of luck of the draw, because at the end of the day, in essence, it's a card game.
Yeah, it depends if you dice roll.
Yeah, it just depends how that is.
It's like most
games. RNG in it.
It's like most games. It doesn't matter. Well, it's most games with the card-based mechanic. If you get shit dice rolls, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how lucky you are. If you dice rolls are shite, you critical fumble or whatever.
Yeah, you fail, you fail. It's it's just still how it is, and it's not to say the game can't be punishing either, because it really is. If you don't plan ahead in what you're doing, even with the RNG involved, you are gonna get your ass handed to you.
Yeah, you gotta strategize who are you gonna kill and what you're gonna kill first, and how you're gonna get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's a turn-based strategy as well.
Yeah. So it does go, you go, we go, but
yeah, you can estimate roughly what the AI is gonna do, but it can still throw a curveball at you every once in a while.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing worse than getting your giant weapon there, and then he just pulls out some magical armor in response, and
Yeah.
negates the damage and reflects it back to you, and then your character just goes,
Yep. It's like, crap.
but that's them's the breaks. That's what you got to deal with. And now that I understand that Blue Manchu did Card Hunter, it really explains sort of how some things in Void Bastards go as well. Because
Mm.
again, it's another one of those games that sort of, if you get complacent,
It will kick your ass.
you will get rhinoed. Rhino, go back to Odd Gaming Trivia, it's not really odd because it's part of it in the name in the game Ratchet and Clank. Rhino is the name given to the end game weapons in every Ratchet and Clank game, like bar one, I think. And Rhino was an acronym of Rip Ya a New One.
Yep.
So yeah, that's where that comes from. So Void Bastards, we'll get there. So it's a first-person shooter and roguelike game
Okay.
with a very comic book inspired style. So the story is that a prison ship or colony ship, prison/colony ship, the Void Ark, hence the Void Bastards, has been attacked by pirates in space,
Of
and
course.
the ship is operated by a Wayland Yutani style company that really does not care for their fellow humans.
And
And
an evil corporation here.
yeah, so it's the evil corporation. So there's an AI on the ship. The name eludes me, but he's basically is like a Windows 95 computer with a monocle and a top hat as his AI.
So he's a dapper little get.
Yeah, so he's very humble and follows the rules of the company to the letter. But the way that it works is because this ship has now just been left in space and is just floating, and the ship has got sort of cargo that needs to get there.
Mm.
The way it works is he uses the prisoners on the ship, also known as clients.
Yeah, because he's a polite little AI get.
Yeah. So all the prisoners on the ship have been dehydrated. They've literally, there's like those old, like it's more those sort of Japanese 3-course meal things that they have that you can get that just add water and then suddenly it makes fucking sushi.
Like
And
a lot of capsule corp stuff almost.
yeah, effectively, yeah. If we go Capsule Corp, that's DBZ, isn't it? Just to
Yeah,
make
the
sure I'm not
Dragon Ball
silly.
franchise.
Thank you. Great. I don't watch much of that show, but I just know little tidbits.
It's Capsule Corp's Boomer's franchise. It's Boomer's dad's company. Boomer.
Yeah, she's the the blue haired one with the features. Um,
Yeah, she marries Vegeta.
mm.
Mm.
But yeah, so this ship is full of like I think they mentioned like 10 million dehydrated prisoners on this ship. So this has the roguelike bit straight into it. Of like this seemingly infinite amount of characters that you can get. And there's homages or at least sort of features that come to it. So the idea is that you get a prisoner, they get rehydrated. Now, like seriously, they just get like a little a little dib dab packet ends up in the ship. It gets torn out. Some water comes in. They just rehydrate the bastard,
Mm-hmm.
and their job is to fulfill the objectives of the AI in order to get the ship back
That's where it needs to
to
be.
yeah to its destination. They need to use a faster than light warp drive, but they're stuck in this nebula, so you have to go from ship to ship, and it's got sort of it's part FTL in how you move from one part of the nebula to the next. And it's part Rogue Legacy, if you've ever played that.
No.
So Rogue Legacy was a sort of another roguelike dungeon crawler sort of thing where you entered a cursed castle to try and find its treasure. But when your character died, their heir would be the next character to arrive. And they would all have random traits. Like some would have like a trait where they couldn't help but shout every time they took damage, or swear every time they took damage.
Oh, okay.
Some
Some kind of
yeah
random mechanic.
Yeah, some could only some were short sighted, which meant it sort of blurred out half the screen. Some were taller or smaller, which helped with or hindered with going through certain spaces and platforms. One type was that they were dyslexic, which it meant all the menus, the letters would just switch around.
Yeah,
Um,
because being dyslexic, that does happen.
yeah, I can understand it being a ball ache, and
It,
if it's
it,
even half of what it's like when they do the dyslexic trait, I feel sorry and feel your pain.
it can get jumbled and danced around and all sorts. And you have to concentrate to get it to. You have to focus,
Mm,
and it takes a lot of concentration to try and focus it back. And
yeah,
if you're getting too distressed, you need to walk away from it, calm down, and try again. It's not
yeah.
like it's like, oh, just read it. It's like you don't understand.
No, and I get where you're on that. And in that case, if you ended up getting the dyslexic trait character on that, what you do is you get it killed, and then just choose another rare one with better stats. Um,
Or because I am dyslexic, we have a tendency of being able to understand that shit because it could be doing the thing and we're just like, oh wait, it's when we might be able to do it a little bit better.
so keep that character alive as much as possible.
Don't know, depends on how the trait works. If it's the dancing bit, probably not. If it's just it moving around a little bit, it'd be like, oh okay.
Yeah,
It's like when we were playing one of the games. Oh wait, no, that's not out till another while. But Terry was able to figure out who everyone was based on the writing style.
mm, yeah, and I get where you're on that. So to wrap that back round,
Okay.
the whole rogue legacy aspect is that each of the prisoners have traits as well, and some of them are detrimental, some of them are positive. Like some characters may get the ability to lock doors quicker, and believe me, that's an important feature in the game. The ability to lock doors from some of what they call citizens, which are the enemies on each map.
Yeah, the weird little like space cube things, like space zombies and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It turns out that like the nebula has like done something to the people in the area, so it's sort of mutated them. It's a bit sort of weird.
Because some of them
Uh,
like giant floating heads at one point.
they have different things. So the giant floating head with like a head like a bandage around its eyes, even though it's got more eyes than the bandage possibly covers, is the outpatient. And then you've got the patients, which are just little blobs with tons of mouths but no eyes, who suddenly explode if you get near them. You've got janitors, which just walk around in security areas when you mess around with shutdowns, but just shoot you.
They
You've
look
got
like zombies.
scribes. Yeah, so it's just all mutated and stuff like that. But some of the traits will help on that. Like the ability to lock doors quicker means that you can stop characters that can open doors from opening them. Um,
Or if it's those floating heads, they can't open doors.
oh yeah, tourists and outpatients can't open doors anyway because they don't have hands. But yeah,
Damn you!
but some are different. It's like there was one. There was a bastard that he died pretty early on, mainly because I didn't like him.
Mm.
But he had poor peripheral vision.
Oh,
So when you went onto a mapping, considering it's a first-person shooter where field of view is kind of needed, to have it just being a sort of a circle in the middle of your screen is. Oof. But it's nice to show that it wasn't just the fact that he got that trait and nothing happened, because his little character, because each character has sort of a like
backstory.
a portrait,
Oh,
and his had blinkers on the sides of his eyes, so you could tell he was someone who had poor peripheral vision.
mm.
None of the characters really have backstories because at the end of the day, the sort of
Endless, nameless villain hate.
yeah, well, I mean they do they have names, but they're just sort of like procedurally generated, just like anything else. The main story is sort of the AI and whatever surviving bastard you have trying to
Mm.
get this pirate hijacked ship back under control and
Oh,
to get it everywhere. So it does have this sort of black comedy style to it as well. Just like, oh, right, you're doing all this for a company that doesn't care about you. I mean, one of the situations is that you have to craft an ID card, and the AI goes, sweet, because you've done that, I'll take 16 days off your sentence, which should offset the sentence given to you for faking an ID. And then there's just like this bit once you do that first bit, it's like, oh, you need to get the ID registered at HR computer. Problem is, you need to go and get a HR computer as the comic strip slowly pans to where it says HR and a giant fucking hole in the ship. And as Steph mentioned when he was watching it, just this floating plug lead, just where the computer should have been. And it's like, oh yes. But yeah, I like it. I like the way it goes into the roguelike. Is that every time you successfully complete a ship, you take a whole bunch of materials and stuff like that, and it gets put onto the ship. It gets stowed in there, so that should that character die, you've got a bunch of
Supply.
materials that you can use for the next run. In addition to that, any weapons and stuff that you create can be used by any other prisoner after the fact as well. So if you get an upgrade for the gun, the next
And then
one
go
can
splat.
use that upgraded gun.
Because it goes into like a personal storage locker that ends up back at the ship or something.
Yeah. So they like have a backpack that when a client dies, client prisoner bastard, they're interchangeable. Once they die, the backpack just goes off their like jellied body now that they're dead, and gets itself back to the Steve, which is the name of the little sort of shuttle that you get. And that just sort of goes back to the ship, and then the next character can use it. That's not to say that all the ammo that you get gets kept. No, that
gets vaporized.
yeah, all the ammo, the fuel, the food, that all goes. So you get a care package, like a couple of jumps worth of fuel, a couple of sandwiches, and about 20 bullets. And it's like, right, cool. There you go. That's what you've been requisitioned. But I definitely give it a try. If you like roguelites, it's a good one. If you like sort of black comedy in that as well, it's good. I'm trying to think in terms of my ratings of roguelikes that I've played so far, between something like Dungeon of the Endless, FTL. I mean, FTL is up there. I mean, that's a roguelike though.
I couldn't get into FTL.
It's punishing, is what it is. Duncan loves FTL.
I know it does.
He'd probably place it high, but I think it's Hades has a high bar, and it's on there with Curse of the Dead Gods as well because I love that one. But Void Bastards is certainly up on that high amount as well. So that was me waxing lyrical for about 25 minutes.
I've been sat here twiggling with a hook.
Well, I'll let you talk now, I guess, since I just couldn't shut up.
It's fine. I haven't really got much news. I've been playing a bit of Old Republic. I found a new just before we started the podcast. I found a Datacron on
Datacrons for life. Those fucking
Coruscant.
finicky hidden little bastards.
Now this one was really obvious. The Coruscant ones are really obvious, by the way.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll do that with my Jedi at some point.
I was walking around Coruscant and I just heard it. I was like, "Oh, you're up there, aren't you, little git?" Like, yep. But as Steph points out, I have the audio thing, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
I have that weird audio thing. It probably comes from my autism, but yeah. I have the audio cues and whatnot. I'm like, I hear it. Oh dear. It's basically like a jump puzzle thing.
Mm-hmm.
GTA, I've been enjoying the double rewards from selling crap on the MC business thing.
Aye.
So instead of like 300k, I'm getting close to 600k a run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on level 100 and whatever now, so the levels don't bother me. I need money.
Money
for days. And me, Terry, and Steph have started playing Feed the Beast Omnia.
Oh yeah, please tell me a little bit more about that one, because I know you do all these weird mods for Minecraft that are so different from the sort of original. So
also, each modded Minecraft that we play has different rules. Like, depends on the mod packs that we have. Like, we don't have Thorncraft in this one. No, Thorncraft. So we don't have that set of systems and stuff. So each time we play, we've got to learn new recipes and new ways around stuff, along with your classic old stuff, of course.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Omnia has been kind of it's got a bit of everything. Terry's been doing his storage, but he can't do his normal storage, so he's having to learn a new storage system. Steph's learning a new magic because me and Steph tend to go into magic at some point.
Magic. That's a long time Since I've bloody played Minecraft, then.
Oh, Magic's only in the Feed the Beast versions.
Right. Okay.
In modded Minecraft, shall we say?
Hmm.
It's not in vanilla. It's in modded Minecraft only.
Yeah.
Because the same with technology. Well, redstone technology is vanilla. Computers and data mining and is modded Minecraft. It's the difference between vanilla and modded. It's in each modded Minecraft had its own things that it goes into, its own challenges, shall we say? Because you also get achievements and stuff. That they have a series of achievements, like you know the difference between like this one's got a normal world where say Sky Factory has a that you start off with a bucket of water, bucket of lava,
Yep.
a single tree, and about 10 blocks,
Oh yeah.
and everything else is void.
Hmm.
Go build your world. Where Omnia is, you've got your vanilla, you got your not vanilla world, you've got your normal world, you do all your normal stuff, and it's just like a normal world with extras.
Right.
So it's not like Terry's unlocked the dimension to the flat world. That dimension is entirely flat. It's where he's put the data, he's put the miner in there, so he can auto mine resources.
Hmm.
Because Terry likes things automated. Films, well, yeah, it's basically Terry will try and automate and doesn't really do much manually.
Mm.
I tend to, even though we do have automation on a lot of things, I tend to just do stuff manually anyway,
Right.
half the time. But yeah, this one I built a farm as standard, and I've actually built a freaking 3-tier house with four, 3 tiers up, 1 tier down. What took me like 15 hours to get all the blocks that I needed and craft it because it is still survival.
Mm.
Also the survival, the mobs are slightly different in this one as well. The obviously there's extra mobs like vanquishers and stuff. They're not in vanilla. Vanquishers are mean. They poison you, drop you down to 1 health, and then they've also got a giant sword to the face.
Mm.
So if you don't survive the poison tick damage, you're trying to and you're trying to kill them, you're pretty much getting murdered. And there's like the pillagers and stuff like that, pirates and stuff that come and raid the village that you have to defend against. But yeah, there's a lot going on. Like we're used to using Thorncraft, and that is really hindering our armor and weapons
Mm.
because that particular crafting mod that we use for that one is you build the armor and you can build each piece of like the in that mod. You build like the handle, the binding, and the pickaxe. So your pickaxe is broken down into the head, the handle, and the binding. In this one, they don't exist, so we can't build custom weapons or custom armor. Where you're like, oh, well, I'll just give my armor bacon. What makes it edible? So you get hungry, just eat your armor.
Okay.
That's in that particular mod. In this one, we don't have that mod, so we've got to work around the fact that we've only got iron and diamonds and stuff. So we've only got basic Minecraft tools and basic Minecraft armors to work with. I think I posted it on a thingy this morning. I've made infinite baked potatoes.
I did see that. Hold on, we'll go back up this this field of PC cases that we were looking at. Some of them look really, really cool. Some of them just look silly. And oh yeah, there was a picture of like a child with Donald Trump's head on it.
But yeah, basically, in that image,
Yes, I see that. There we go.
at the top we've got the red pot things that are new. We've never used those before. Steph we found them, and well, Steph mentioned it, and I'm like, okay, so they're making potatoes infinitely.
Yeah.
That goes into the chest underneath because it's got a hopper in it. Next to it, there's another chest with a hopper that's creating infinite wood from a bonsai tree.
Bonsai.
Yeah, the bonsai trees somehow create infinite wood. Just roll with it. And then they go into both of those are getting fed into the furnace. So it's getting fed potatoes and wood, and it goes into the bottom chest. Infinite baked potatoes.
Sweet.
And then but yeah.
You've solved a food problem that could have really been happy to have been done in the real world.
Yeah. Infinite baked potatoes. Somehow it slowly makes them. so it doesn't make them really quickly, but it will indefinitely make them.
Hey, I think people can wait. I'm sure we can sort of supply and demand
Well,
outcome.
if I wanted to, I add more bonsai pots, so the potatoes are making. Like I added the 2 bonsai pots of potatoes. It's still making 2 potatoes every like 10 seconds or something. And the wood's coming through at. But yeah, you can always just increase the. If you had like 4 potato pots, you would have the potatoes will be making it quicker than the machine can process.
Hmm.
That's another thing with this is as Terry likes efficiency. Like Terry's got the crusher and stuff to create you 2 dust into 1 dust. That's a modded thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's basically the bottom of my house. That's a whole chimney thing that we've got, and smoke actually does come out the top.
Cool.
Yeah. So I've got that's my area in the map. So it's got a farm and a giant freaking house. Still trying to work out how to build the roof. I don't know what else to talk about. But yeah, it's. What do you? Is there anything you want to know about Minecraft?
No, I think I just wanted to hear about the weird, wacky, wonderful things that have been happening, and that's quite a bit.
Well, with Minecraft, just don't think about it.
Ah, right. That's why I've been going wrong the entire time. Then
it's like that, like the bonsai pot. It's somehow creating infinite baked potatoes. How? Don't think about it.
Okay.
Just you work it out, and it just roll with it. It's like if you see something and it's like, well, how does that work? Just roll with it.
Fair.
If you try and analyze it, your brain break. I know I know it's happened to me several times. It's just like, wait, how does putting a block there and a block here make infinite blocks? And it's like, don't think about it, just accept that it does. And you can still waterlog. It's starting to phase out the waterlogged doors. Because somehow placing a door underwater gives you an unbelievable bubble. It's like, just don't think about it. If you're gonna play but yeah, I would say this one's pretty good all round. It's not particularly hard. It's not a cruel one like the one I was playing with Chris, because Chris was playing one with like dungeons and raids and shit, where you had to you get 1 hit. You're in like, say diamond armor times 100, and you're still getting 1 hit.
No.
Eternity. No. That's Minecraft Eternity. It looks pretty cool. It looks badass, but it's cruel. And don't expect to live very long.
No.
It looks very cool, and it's got a very cool storyline, because it has like Lich King and Lich Fortresses and all sorts of dungeons that you have to unlock and raids and shit.
That's not the roguelike I want.
It has dungeons and raids, but you're just going to get your ass handed to you. Just like, oh, hi, mob. And splat.
Nah. Not for me.
Where
I mean, Minecraft's not really for me, but I do like hearing people's stuff. I do like seeing the stuff. It's just not personally
I know Steph loves his Hermitcraft.
He does.
He likes his Hermitcraft for days.
One could say he loves it too much.
He's also got the weird obsession. The whole Frank thing, never mind.
Yeah, you see, his Hermitcraft obsession is like Duncan and Andrea's Andy Poland obsession.
Yeah, well, that is thing with Frank being God. But yeah, Frank's a god.
Frank.
The pig.
Bloody pig. Well, we'll use that pig to wrap it up, because we want to make sure we're able to still make bacon.
Well, but yeah, it's basically basically Minecraft's one of those. If you can get into it, you get into it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
And it's like the different mods. Certain mod packs we've liked, and certain mod packs like nope.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm always happy with stuff that is made and stuff that is done in Minecraft. It's just not something I do, but Minecraft is influential, and it always will be, and it's a good game. It is a good game. It's just not one that I get into.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those you can easily get lost in it for hours if you've got if you got like a project in mind. If you don't have a project in mind, you're screwed.
Yeah.
It's like the house design, and I was asleep and I came up with it. I was in bed. I started thinking about the house. I'm like, I want to build it this way. And when I got up, I actually jotted down on a piece of paper the layout and stuff. So I've got like, this is what I want to build it out of. Oh, this is what I want to build. This is how I want it to roughly what I roughly want it to do. And then it's just going through the materials and figuring out which materials you want to use, and then how hard said materials are to acquire.
Hmm.
If you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. So, yeah. No, I get you.
I've completed my dark side for this week. I've got the minimum requirements on the dark side, by the way.
Ah, cool. Yeah, we're just going for conquest points and stuff. It's basically the end game thing of well, it's now not just the end game thing of Star Wars anymore.
It's the
It's
thing.
it's the thing. But you know, based on that, we've nearly hit an hour on our side,
Okay.
so we are gonna wrap this up.
Oh,
So,
do you want to talk? Do you want I'm thinking about the Disco Elysium, or that just between us?
our Disco Elysium will have been out. It came out on Sunday.
I meant the
Well,
copyright
today.
thing.
Yeah, so it's our checks are going well. I did put a preview on there of that red check that we had of trying to skip the payment, but I cut it out before the result. So if you want to see the result of that infamous check, you'd actually have to watch the video.
Okay.
So it's on the channel. But
I
yeah,
take
yeah,
it. I take it we're up to the like, share, subscribe stuff.
yeah, yeah. So
If
you
you
want to
liked
do
what you
that?
heard, if you liked what you hear, like, share, subscribe, click the notification thing.
Yeah.
It's on the multiple platforms, what I can gather.
Yes, it is. Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Uh,
I mean, you're already probably if you do see this, you're watching it on YouTube. That's also a thing where all our gameplay videos are.
mm.
Upcoming projects that may be happening. Dual play soon.
Is that Steph and Darius?
That is the Stefan Darius co-pilot project.
Uh,
There's an
Whenever they are in
intention. Yeah, there is a secret board game project that will be happening soon. Darius is in the mines working on that whenever he gets the chance. There is also, you know what, I'm now at the point where I could tease it. There is also the opportunity for, there is coming soon. That soon doesn't have a proper date yet. Will be the Immaterial Gamers Wrestling League or the Immaterial Wrestling Show.
Oh, yeah, because you've been building the heels and thing all week.
Oh yeah, I've been building faces, been building heels. Um,
I can't remember the other ones. Heels and what's the
no,
other
it's just
one?
heels and faces.
Oh, is that,
Baby face and heel, but baby face is shortened to face.
ah,
Um,
because you've been
but
creating light, dark, and
yeah,
normal versions of people.
yeah. So we've got a roster of 14 characters. We're just sort of waiting on a sort of a logo design that Steph has been given a sort of project on
Mm,
to put on the mat and on the apron, the LED board, and as a watermark. And then
mm,
we can get that show going. And the idea behind it is going to be sort of a mix between sort of just to create a wrestler my career, but it would fit with because fans of us are fans of Loading Ready Run, inspired by their just let the game play out the matches videos that they've done.
mm.
They have a thing, and may just sort of add it as a link because I like it. And
I kind of
you
like
should
the
always watch
crotch.
it.
I kind of like the from Blur. I like the crotch shots. Is it?
Prep shots are the micro sketches. They are cool to
Yeah,
watch.
it's just like
Just very fast show style,
it's
quick
basically if you
sketches.
don't get, it's basically like with Minecraft. The context is like what, and you're like,
Hmm.
okay, I get, there's some kind of line or a pun, and it's just like okay, just how
Yeah,
they got to that line or pun, don't ask.
yeah. Like I say, it's very fast show. It's very irreverent humor. Just quickly micro sketches. So the sketch generally is no longer than a minute, with the exception. One sketch that they did was 17 seconds, including the outro.
Because it was just a single line.
Yeah, so it's just like, I mean, I think it was one that was one of the winners, or no, one of the finalists. They did they managed to, they've got so many videos. They did a bracket. A fan of Loading Ready Run did a bracket, put 512 crap shots together, paired them off in matches, and then did a like sort of a last man standing or last sketch standing. But one of the favourites was one involving one of the characters deciding when they wanted their Amazon delivery, and it was just showing it's like 1 to 2 working days, 3 to 4 next day, now. The mending or the package has already been here. You just needed to click the button to close the temporal loop. But he clicks the button now, and the instant he clicks it, a box hits him in the face, and then someone just comes up and just goes, "Sign here, please." But yeah, no, I like those sketches. But the thing that they had is for their Crossing the Streams show, or one of their Let's Plays, they did a thing. They've got a fake promotion called Ultimate Face Punch Wrestling, and they've done 3 videos of what was called the Autumnal Rumble, and they just used characters from their sketches. And the key thing on that was that they let the game do the fights for them, and they just sort of reacted and commented over. And I sort of want to, inspired by that idea, I want to take it into a full-fledged improv wrestling show. Because I mean, the game's going to play itself out, and the matches are just going to do that. We're not going to interfere with anything. Rivalries will be used in the sort of the universe mode to set stuff up, but we'll then just, we'll get some of us on a commentary booth and watch the matches as they happen, and sort of try and make jokes and build these characters with what we see. And then we start with the 14 wrestlers that we've got, and then we'll slowly introduce what we've decided to call our fancy wrestlers. So if we wanted, to look like,
Deadpool.
or act like a wrestler, we could just add them in, try and keep them within copyright, without fully copyright infringing stuff. We'll try and we'll then look at adding a women's division, a tag team division, and even a Minecraft edition. The game that we're trying, the unfortunately very, very buggy WWE 2K20 has the ability to make block bodies, so they can look like Minecraft characters, and it has the nets, or like the net templates, so you can literally make a Minecraft character. So thinking of just having like a Minecraft division, or at least a separate show. But the idea on that is that we start of going sort of improv, and then sort of take jokes that had happened and sort of give them storylines and sort of work through that. It's ambitious, but we'll go there. So that's another one of the projects that are coming up. And there's other stuff that we're all thinking of. We're always working. Terry's looking to get more involved on stuff. So he's looking at
is it Kerbal?
Wanting to do something Space Engineers style, or something that would make him enraged. I mean, I fear for his lifespan at that point, but if he wants to go for it, we'll go for it.
It's basically Space. I don't know if you play Space Engineer.
I haven't, but I've heard it can be.
I spent an hour and a half building a vehicle at one point to have a graphical glitch blow it to pieces.
Oh, wonderful!
It's like like a physics error, and it just goes running off. It's like, no.
Fair enough. So you can see where that's going to go.
It's basically physics on Space Engineers. It's wacky at best. It's like you hit a pixel and you go for a 500-mile flight.
Great, love it.
And you can't stop it. Can't slow it down. You're just flying.
So that's something to look forward to as well. So based on all that, a lot of projects to go. So keep looking out for those, and we'll try and do stuff, and we'll try and make it so people can see it more, or at least try and make us a bit visible. So if you do see this and you like it, help spread the love, not the virus. And the song is like a damn virus. So oh no, we're getting outro music off stage here. So all that's left to say is thank you, D.
Okay, and it's the end of the world as we know it.
Yeah. So please feel fine, and for God's sake, I don't know. Who knows what's going on anymore? It's a toss-up. Until then, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.